I worked on a lot of different projects, anything from feature films to digital content to PSAs. And I have to say that the funnest thing I've ever worked on was a story at CBS Films. It's called The Duff, and it's coming out this year, actually, in film and theaters everywhere. It's called The Designated Ugly Fat Friend, and I know that sounds like a really bad title, and but the story is really interesting, and I think it's really relevant to a lot of girls who think that they're the ugly fat friend within their friend group. And it's a story about a girl who goes through high school thinking that way about herself, and she comes to a realization that she's beautiful and she's smart and that she can do all the things that the other girls can do. And that was a fun story to work on, just because we had to think about ways to, make the girl empower herself, the character empower herself, and not be empowered by a male character, which might happen in the film. I haven't seen it since I work there, but that might happen a little bit here and there. But really, the story was about her finding her own self and her inspiration for success, essentially. So I liked working on that story and trying to think of ways to make the character inspired by herself. That was fun on a big scale, kind of grand scheme of projects, but the most important stuff I did was really in college. I worked closely with the Muslim Student Association, MSA. It's a national organization, and there's branches at every school that you go to. And I worked on all of their, content, from anti-Islamophobia campaigns to just like trailers saying who Muslims are, what our organization is about. And I actually went to a school that was really political at the time, UC Irvine. There was an incident there in 2011. It's called the Irvine 11 incident. And it was basically 11 students who stood up during a speech by the Israeli prime minister, who came to talk at our school. And they stood up because they were against some of the things that were happening in Israel to the Palestinian people. And they actually were prosecuted, and they got two counts of misdemeanors on their records for speaking up against something that they believed in. So that was kind of a crazy time to be at school and to see the things that were happening. We really felt that the university was taking the side of the government and not really the side of its students. So that was an inspiring time to be there and to really understand what it means to fight for your beliefs and to fight for what we thought was right at the time. So I worked a lot with those organizations and creating kind of PSAs and different inspirational videos to get our message across to the school and to the student body.